Okay, in this video we are going to prove another statement that follows from Euler's theorem. So the statement reads as follows. So in any connected plane graph G on n vertices where n is greater than or equal to 3 and m edges with r regions, then the number of edges it satisfies this condition. Number of edges will be, okay, it will be between 3r divided by 2 where r is the number of regions and 3n minus 6. So the upper bound is 3n minus 6 and the lower bound will be 3r divided by 2. Okay, and that is going to be the range on which the number of edges lies. Okay, so let's go and prove this statement. Okay, so let G be a connected plane graph on n vertices where n is greater than or equal to 3, m edges and r regions. Okay, so we have to consider two cases. So what is going to happen if this G is a tree, a connected plane tree, or second case is if G is not a tree. Okay, so let's consider two cases. Case 1, okay, G is a tree. Okay, if G is a tree, then we know the number of edges is n minus 1. Okay, and the number of regions is equal to 1. Okay, and therefore we can say that, okay, n is equal to m plus 1 and the number of region is equal to 1. Okay, so since we know that n is greater than or equal to 3, okay, that says m plus 1 is also greater than or equal to 3. Okay, and that implies, so simple algebra says number of edges is greater than or equal to 2. Okay, and this 2 is nothing but, okay, it is strictly greater than 3 over 2. Okay, 3 over 2 is 1.5. So 2 is greater than 2. Okay, and we know r is equal to 1. So that says this is nothing but 3 times r divided by 2. Okay, so we are able to prove this for the first case if G is a tree. Let's go and prove the second portion. Okay, and also we can see that, okay, since the number of vertices is greater than or equal to 3, okay, and that implies if you multiply by 2, okay, 2 is a positive number, okay, we get okay, 2n is greater than or equal to 6. Okay, and okay, we are going to do some algebra that says 2n greater than, okay, we have 2n greater than or equal to 6, and that says, okay, 2n plus n is greater than or equal to 6 plus n. What we did is we added n on both sides. Okay, so what we are trying to do is we are trying to get this particular thing, n 2n minus 6 kind of thing. Okay, okay, so we have this one, 2n plus n greater than or equal to 6 plus n. Okay, and that implies, so if we add this, okay, we get simple algebra gives 3n minus 6. Okay, 3n minus 6 is greater than or equal to n. Okay, and since n is greater than or equal to 3, we know that, okay, anyway, this quantity is strictly greater than n minus 1 since n is a positive quantity. Okay, n minus 1, and since we started with a tree, okay, and this tree has n vertices and m edges, and this n minus 1 is nothing but the number of edges in that tree. Okay, and that says okay, this is greater than or this thing, so that says m is less than or equal to 3n minus 6. Okay, so for a tree we are able to prove that okay, this lower bound and the upper bound. The lower bound is here and the upper bound is here. Okay, and that says hence for a tree we have this this condition, 3r divided by 2 is less than or equal to number of edges, which is less than or equal to 3n minus 6. Okay, so it says something like in a planar graph, okay, we do not have many edges. Okay, and that's what this thing says, at most 3n minus 6. Okay, so let's consider case 2. Case 2 says, okay, if G is not a tree. So if G is not a tree, then okay, that plane graph it will have a cycle. Okay, and let's see what is going to happen. So that says G has a cycle. Okay, and since we are dealing with a plane graph, okay, it divides the plane into different regions, and let there be say r smaller regions, and let the regions be say r1, r2 up to r sub r small r be the regions of G. Okay, and again we can see that if you consider a particular edge, okay, for example, let's consider a very simple okay, a simple plane graph. So it has two regions, r1 and r2. Okay, so here if you look at a particular edge, we can see that it lies on the boundary of at most two regions. Okay, it cannot lie on the boundary of three regions, right? For example, if you consider this one, okay, this edge, okay, it lies, it has only as it belongs to only one region, r2. Okay, so if we consider this one, we can see that it lies on the boundary of r1 and r2. Okay, and that says, okay, each edge lies on the boundary of at most two edges. Okay, either this case or this case. Okay, so okay, each edge lies on the boundary of at most two region. Okay, in this case, this edge it lies on the boundary of r1 and r2. This one, okay, it lie on the entirely in region r2. Okay, so that is each edge lie on the boundary of at most two region. Okay, and similarly we can see that if you consider okay, if you add the number of regions here, okay, and we have this condition, okay, and that says, okay, let me write down and then after that I will explain. So here we can see that, okay, this particular quantity 2m, okay, and since we have this condition at most two region, each edge lie on the boundary of at most two region. So what we are going to do is we are going to sum up all the edges that lie on the boundary of each region. Okay, and since we have this condition that says, okay, this quantity, okay, this 2m, okay, it is going to be greater than or equal to, okay, I equal to 1 to r the number of edges in the boundary, okay, in the boundary of the region Ri. Okay, so if you consider the number of edges in the boundary of the region Ri, and if you sum up all these things, okay, and since we have this condition, each edge lie on the boundary of at most two region, okay, so we have this case 2 times m is greater than or equal to the number of edges in the boundary of the region Ri. Okay, since we could have edges something like this, so that won't count, okay, twice for a particular region. Okay, we can see that if you consider this edge, okay, that edge will get added for r1 and r2, but if we consider this edge, that will get added only for region R2. Similarly, if you consider this edge, that will get added only to R1. Okay, and that says this quantity will be greater than or equal to this quantity. Okay, for so I equal to 1 to R, the number of edges is the boundary of the region Ri. Okay, and here again we can see that okay, this is greater than or equal to sigma I equal to 1 to R times 3. Okay, the reason is because okay, in this case okay, we could have say something like this, and that is the smallest kind of region we could have. So if this say R3 or something like that, so any region will be surrounded by at least 3 edges. Okay, so in this case we have this 3 edge surrounded region, 4 edge surrounded region. Okay, and we have okay many edge. In this case 1 2 3 4 5 edge. R1 is surrounded by 5 edges. Okay, so that says at least we have 3, so this summation is again going to be greater than or equal to 3. Okay, summation of this thing, and the reason is since each face or each region is bounded by at least at least 3 edges. Okay, so that's the minimum that should hold, right? For a region to occur, we have some situation like this, right? Okay, so we could have these kind of things also. So that is the least kind of thing. So that says 2m is greater than or equal to this summation. So this is nothing but we have okay 3 added r times. Okay, so we have 3r. Okay, so solving for this we get so m is greater than or equal to 3r divided by 2. Okay, so for this case we are able to prove this one. Okay, 3r by 2 is less than or equal to m. So that is the lower bound for the number of edges. Okay, so let's go and prove the other part. So for the other part what we are going to do is okay, we are going to use Euler's equation. Okay, so we have this thing m greater than or equal to 3r divided by 2. Okay, so by Euler's formula we have the number of vertices minus number of edges plus number of regions is equal to 2. Okay, so that says if you solve for r we get 2 okay, r is equal to 2 minus or 2 plus m minus n. Okay, simple algebra, and again we have this situation, right? Number of edges is greater than or equal to 3r divided by 2. Okay, from this calculation. Okay, so let's substitute this here. So we get m greater than or equal to 3 by 2 times this thing 2 plus m minus n. Okay, and cross multiplying we get 2 times m. Okay, it is greater than or equal to 6 plus 3 m minus, so this is m, right? Okay, minus 3n. Okay, and that says if you okay bring this to this side we get 3n minus 6 is greater than or equal to okay 3m minus 2m, which is nothing but m. So this is greater than or this thing, or that says m is less than or equal to 3n minus 6. Okay, so hence we have, so the lower bound is like 3r divided by 2. Okay, hence we have 3r divided by 2 less than or equal to m, and the upper bound is 3n minus 6. Okay, and that's what we want to prove. So here we show for both cases, okay, if G is a tree, okay, this statement holds, and if G is not a tree also, then this holds. Okay, and hence the statement or the theorem. Okay.